Okay, so breaking news in the last couple of hours is that Jaime Roberts, the Welsh Rugby Union centre, has been recalled to the Welsh squad. He's had 92 caps. He's 31 years old, so he's experienced. But a lot of people questioned Warren Gatland leaving him out in the summer. Well, he captained the team in the summer while all the Lions were away, and a lot of people questioned Warren Gatland's decision making leaving him out for these autumn tests. Jonathan Davis also had an ankle injury against Australia at the weekend, and they've still got to assess his injury. Now, has Warren Gatland been now at Wales too long? Possibly. He might have been there too long, and it could be a time to completely change the coaching setup at Wales. But that's open for debate between people. But this selection was questioned. Now that he's back in the squad, will he play at the weekend? Possibly. It all depends on the fitness of Jonathan Davis and how other players perform in training. But he's in the squad. It's just interesting that he was left out. He's a very experienced player. He's a very good player. He's obviously a style of bash it up centre. He is quite a big unit. He's a big bloke. He's a good ball carrier. He can break through defences, punching runs. So he's obviously that kind of player. He's a good strike runner. But should he have been selected in the first place? That's the question. A lot of fans were disappointed he wasn't. A lot of fans were questioning why he wasn't. But at the same time, it's also a chance to give younger players or new players some experience at international level in these tests, because we are midway through a World Cup cycle, and it is crucial to get as many players involved as possible to give you options going forward for the Six Nations, Summer Tours, and obviously the World Cup to his time. But him not being selected originally was raising questions about Warren Gatland. And Warren Gatland's said he don't want to coach the Lions anymore. Fine. That's fair enough. Because he could not take the abuse he received in the press. Well, if you can't take the press writing stories, then maybe you shouldn't be in management. He's an experienced coach, but is it time for Wales to have a different viewpoint? Possibly. He has been there a very, very long time. There have been times where the Welsh team have actually been poor under his watch. There have been times when they've been really, really good. They came closest to win the World Cup 2011. They got the semi-finals under his watch, and they've been fairly middling since then. There are issues. Well, I think there's issues with the Welsh selection policy anyway. I've discussed selection policy about players in international rugby many times. I'm not going to go into that. The fact he dropped Jaime Roberts for these autumn internationals and didn't have him part of the squad is a worry, considering that they don't have much experience at centre in the squad that they selected, apart from Jonathan Davis. You take him out, then their experience levels drop. And they are talented players they've got, but yeah, if give a few injuries, then you need leaders, and Jaime Roberts is one of those leaders. Now, I'm going to leave that there, but it'd be interesting to hear people's feedback on this. If you are a Welsh Rugby Union fan, what are your views on him not being originally selected and now the recall? Should he have been in the squad in the first place? If he was in the squad in the first place, would this recall be necessary, or would a recall be necessary, or a call-up be necessary if he had the cover? Also, what are people's views on Warren Gatland? Has he now reached a point where him and Rob Howley need to step aside, maybe? Get someone else in to coach? Or should they stay on until the end of the next World Cup? I'll leave that one open. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll have another video for you soon.